What up? It's Top 1822. So last night on Monday Night Raw, we witnessed Jey Uso lose his World Heavyweight Championship in a rematch against Gunther on Monday Night Raw. This outcome really shocked me last night. He was the champion for 51 days. In the Triple H era, we had some long title runs in the company. So I expected Jey Uso to at least hold the belt to August. But here is my question. Did Jey Uso get a fair deal being the World Heavyweight Champion? If you look at Jey Uso since he became the World Champion before he lost last night, he was in some programs like with Logan Paul facing him in the main event, teaming with Cody Rhodes at Money in the Bank. So there was not a lot of things going on for Jey Uso as the world champion. And I felt there is so much more Triple H could have done with Jey Uso. So I'm saying Jey Uso did not get a fair shot being the world champion. Jey Uso been hated by a lot of fans online since he became the World Heavyweight Champion. But let's be honest, the noise was not what it was at one point. There was not a lot of people online saying Triple H needs to take the belt off Jey Uso because the title reign is bad. After 51 days, I really can't even grade Jey Uso run as the World Heavyweight Champion. It never got to a point where you could say, you know what, Triple H, you gave it to him, the guy was over. I understand why you decided to do it. But Jey Uso still had room to grow as the World Heavyweight Champion. And I said this last night during my Raw review. His single matches lately been pretty damn good. The one with Seth Rollins was awesome. The Gunther match was better than the one at WrestleMania. He been doing so much better in the ring. There have been no botches from him one bit. The crowd is still loving Jey Uso. The reaction been the same since he became the world champion. And I'm like, why did Trey take the belt off him so fast? Now, my thing is, I understand what's the end game for Gunther. It's him and Bill Goldberg definitely going to take place in Atlanta. You could have done that without the world title. Because I know that's going to happen. And I love me some Goldberg. But I don't like that they had to sacrifice Jey Uso just to put the belt on Gunther, just to face Goldberg at Saturday Night Main Event, which we know the man going to beat Goldberg anyway. We are not expecting Goldberg to retire with the World Heavyweight Championship. Triple H really messed up big time for me. I remember Gunther had that long run with the world title. The Intercontinental Championship, long run. This is the second Jey Uso title run, and it ended up being short. You could have elevated other heel talents to go against Jey Uso being the world champion. All I wanted for Jey Uso to be is the champion throughout the summer and drop it at SummerSlam. That is the perfect choice. We were shocked, and I love when W shocked us, but that right there wasn't for me. And after watching Jey Uso being the world champion for 51 days, I said to myself, you know what? This is not a Kofi Kingston situation. Main event Jey Uso is a main event player. And I see Jey Uso definitely winning another world title in the W. Other people going to disagree, and that's totally fine with me. But this man did not get a fair shake at being the World Heavyweight Champion. And I like the work he was putting in as the World Champion. I did not have a problem with the way Trey was booking Jey Uso. He was in big spots. Backstage segments with John Cena, segments on SmackDown, and of course the tag team match at Money in the Bank. So nothing told you that Triple H was going to throw us a curveball and have Gunther beat him for the world title match. I'm so disappointed in Triple H's decision with taking the belt off main event Jey Uso, because you never got the opportunity to take all that juice and squeeze it out for one of the most beloved talents in the WWE. Now I'm not sure what's next for Jey Uso in the WWE. Is he going to get drafted to SmackDown and be back in the tag team division. I love the Usos, one of the greatest tag teams of all time. But there is so much room for Jey Uso as a single competitor in the WWE. So the only time I can accept Jey Uso losing the belt last night on Raw, he got to be the world champion down the line once again. Jey Uso will continue to be one of the most over talents in the WWE. So you can say a world title belt does not define him, which is true. But come on, man. 51 days only as the world heavyweight champion. No one truly history with the company when it comes to champion. They always had a lengthy reign, but all of a sudden, it's like he just got bored with Jey Uso and he want to go back to doing stuff with Gunther, who had 2 long title reigns. So you can't give Jey Uso a long title reign as the babyface. Cena is your heel champ. Jey was your babyface champ. That's what you were supposed to keep going on in the W. Now we have Gunther as a 2-time world champion, and I have no idea what's next for Jey Uso. I don't want to see him get an Intercontinental Championship. No, I want to see Jey Uso continue to be the World Heavyweight Champion. I've seen what he done as a tag team champion. The only thing I wanted to see was him as the world champion. Eventually, I would have said, yes, it's time to take the belt off Jey Uso. But before that match started, nothing came to me where I said, yeah, I love Jey Uso, but the magic is gone. Because the magic was not gone. I can see if the momentum was not the same with the fan, then that made perfect sense. When you just feel it in the air. But nothing about Jey Uso said that he needed to drop the title last night. And I really believe this was a huge mistake by Triple H. And I do not see the plans going forward being that big time for me currently in the WWE. SummerSlam is in August. We are in June. Are you telling me you could not wait to SummerSlam and take the belt off Jey Uso? Oh, we all know Seth Rollins going to cash in and be the world champion. Why not just have him cash it on one of the hottest baby faces in your company to give Seth Rollins more heel heat? But I know a lot of people going to disagree with me and say they were happy Trish decided to take the belt off Jey Uso. I'm not here to tell everybody y'all wrong. This my personal opinion. I wish Jey Uso got a fair shot as the world heavyweight champion because Trish did not give him enough time as the world heavyweight champion. So I gotta say on this video about Jey Uso, he did not get a fair shot to me as the world heavyweight champion. If you got something to say, I will reply back to everybody in the comment section per usual. Hit the like button on this video. And as always, don't forget, hit the subscribe button. I'm out. Peace.